Hi everybody, Ikura here again. This is another day to talk about health and wellness with Ikura. Hi, how's everybody doing? I hope everybody had a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. Lucky enough, I didn't have to work that weekend, so I just rested and just actually wasn't feeling too well. I had a slight cold, but I feel a whole lot better today, and I'm excited to be on the call today to talk with you guys about health and wellness. Um, so last week we talked about um, different things like we just defined health and wellness. We talked about exercise. We talked about different things. And this week we decided to focus on facts and fictions. You guys remember facts and fictions? There's some things that people talk about, and we want to know if it is true or false. I did a little research on my break just to get back to you guys. So there are two main things we're going to talk about today. The first thing is going to be on health. On diet, and the other thing will be on exercise. With diet, we have some facts and fictions concerning diet, and we hear a lot of things like, oh, it's too expensive to eat healthy. Is it expensive to eat healthy? Is it true that it is expensive to eat healthy? We're going to find that out today. Also about exercise. A lot of people know that a lot of the times we hear about this stuff, we all know what we need to do to get healthy. At least we have the information. A lot of us have the basic information, but it's all about moving from um, knowledge to what it is that we need to be doing every day to make sure we get the optimal to do the things to get the optimum health that we need. So some are gonna go. I'm gonna start first with exercise. Okay, one of the most common things that we hear is, I don't have time to exercise, or it's too hard to exercise, or I'm too busy and it's too expensive for me to exercise. So I'm going to go into each one of these things and we'll talk about if it's actually true or false. And also give people ideas on what it is that they can do. Because sometimes people actually do not know. They actually feel that it's too expensive based on what they've heard everybody say, the kind of environment they live in, the homes they come from, the lifestyle they have been around since birth and now kind of peer social gatherings. You have all these ideas based on the environments that you come from. So I'm here to try to get some clarification on all of these things that people common things that people say. For example, people say, I don't have time. Everybody has 24 hours in a day. The president of the United States has 24 hours of the day. I don't know who is as busy as the president of the United States of America. I'm not trying to downplay anybody's life or what people are going through. I'm just trying to let you see that is it really true that you are too busy or you don't have time? Time is a very, very useful commodity. We all have 24 hours, and it's truly up to you if you really want to do this or not. Most people will always have an excuse not to do something, and everything always starts from your mind. What it is that you actually think, the way you think matters. If you think something is impossible, most likely it will be impossible for you. But if you change your environment and you change your mindset and you change the things that you listen to, most likely you will see that the things that you said was impossible is actually possible. Second thing, it's too hard to work out. It's just too hard to work out. That's another mindset. It's too hard. It's too expensive to work out. And people start creating ideas on why it is too expensive. Okay. I don't know if any of you have an idea of what any of you have a pedometer. that is, that little machine that people put on. It's almost, sometimes it's on the wrist now. You can actually put it on your feet, whatever, to actually check the number of steps that you take every day. That can also be a way to help you kind of track time and see how many steps it is that you're taking a day, and you can actually calculate this and see how much calories that you burn every day. But I'm going to go into the first question first. The first statement says, I don't have time. There are 24 hours of the day. Out of that, most people sleep 6 to 8 hours a day. So subtract 6 to 8 hours from 24 hours. You have about roughly 24 minus 8, that gives you 16 hours to 14 to 16 hours. Okay. Out of the 14, 16 hours, you have your family, you deal with your family, most likely first thing in the morning, maybe 2 hours just to get them ready. So you take 2 hours out of that. Then the rest of the day is yours. So it's up to you what you try to do. Some people, it depends on the kind of hours you work. If you're a stay-at-home mom and you have a little kid, you can always start with going on walks with, you can decide to wake up earlier and do your exercise, or you can go on walks with your child with a stroller or something that will get your exercise in. For example, you can stroll on the sidewalks where you live, or you can go to the mall early when there's not too many people there. That way, you can create that time. Shopping time can be used as exercise time as well. You just have to get creative on how to get your exercise in. So that's one way. Another thing is, if you work 9 to 5, you could wake up earlier, or you can work out outside after work. It's totally up to you, depending on what kind of work you do. If you have a physical demanding job, you may want to work out before you go to work or after work. It's up to you, totally see what really works for you. Some people have different schedules, like 7P to 7A. These are the healthcare workers. You have 7P to 7A. Okay, I work night shift. I don't have time to work out. I can help you with that. Let's see. If you work 7P to 7A, most likely you work 3 hours, 3 days a week. So you have 4 other days that you can work out. So you can pick the days that you're not working to work out. Either work out first thing in the morning, or if you choose to work out on the days that you work, you can actually work out after work, first thing in the morning, or before you go to work in the night. So it's up to you what works for your family. But I think it's easier to do when you come back from work. It's not fun, but for me, what works best is before the days that I'm off. That's when I work out, because a lot of you already know that I am a nurse and I do work out. And when I work, I usually like to work out on the days that I'm off. It's better for me. Usually when I'm done working night shift, I'm tired, I'm drained. I just want to go home and hit the bed. That's what I want to do. So it's totally up to you. But that's another thing that you can do to get your exercise in. If you work the 7 to 3 shift, that means you got to be driving to work about 6 a.m. in the morning. You're probably at 6:30, you're leaving your house to get to work. You can wake up an hour earlier, get your 30 minutes workout, and go to work. Or 3 p.m. after 3, you can decide to work out after work. It's totally up to you. People work 3 to 11. Okay, I work 3 to 11. That's the evening shift. I don't really have time. Okay, you can choose to work out in the morning, wake up early in the morning, work out, and you have time to rest before you do your 3 to 11 shift, depending on what it is that you have to do. So working out, getting the exercise that you need daily is very important, but you really have to schedule time to make sure you keep at it. Anything that you do that is not the ordinary and a new lifestyle that you're trying to develop, you always have to create time to make sure that you get this done, okay? It's all about discipline. It's all about being consistent. I'm telling you, just like when you go to the gym, you start working out. The first few days, you feel sore in your muscles. As you keep doing it, you don't feel the soreness any longer. It's like that. It will always get better. So I've answered the first thing and say, I don't have time. It's not a fact. It's just fiction. It's not necessarily true. You can actually create time for yourself. Okay. Second of all, it's too hard. It's too hard to work out. Another mindset. So let's reset that. Let's change that. It's too hard to work out. You can work out if you choose to work out. It's very easy for you to work out if you want to. Again, you always start slow. Don't start big. Especially if you look at yourself and say, oh, I have all this weight to lose. Let's focus on getting fit first before weight loss. Because I think a lot of people are obsessed with trying to lose weight, and it's nothing wrong with trying to lose weight, but I think you should think about getting a healthy pattern started first, and then you can start thinking about losing weight. So the first thing is be kind to yourself. It is possible. It's not too hard. You just have to start slow. Don't get frustrated. Start slow and build up based on your health level. And of course, you can always talk to your doctor and ask what kind of workout regimen will be best for you depending on your health condition. But you always start slow. It's too hard. Okay, walking is easy. Most of us walk. If you walk, it's easy. Just get up and do maybe a 20 minutes walk. You can go strolling initially, check your heart rate and see how your body's tolerating it. If you can go faster, you go faster. You start with a little stroll and you go brisk walking, and then you can eventually develop this to running. Okay? Some people like to ride bikes. You can start riding bikes every day. If you have a bike, you can. If you don't have a bike, you don't have to purchase a bike. You can actually start slowly and start walking, start doing things slowly. Or you can buy some little exercise equipment at home, like skipping ropes. Jumping is also exercise. You can jump with a skipping rope for X amount of times a day. Start doing something. It's very common now to see people working from home, so you have the sedentary lifestyles now. You don't really meet a lot of people. You're not really working out like you're supposed to be doing. It's very important that you get a schedule for yourself to make sure you get your workout in. So the question is, when you hear the statement, it's too hard, when you think about it, is it possible or is it not possible? I think it's possible, but just be kind to yourself. Start slow and you take it one day at a time. You will always get better. Okay? I'm too busy. It's too expensive. Working out, again, does not necessarily have to be expensive. You can get creative at home. Um, you can go to the store and purchase little things like maybe dumbbells, depending on what you want to do. Okay, you think, what is your goal? First of all, write your goals for working out. Are you trying to get better? Are you trying to get healthy? Are you trying to increase your stamina? Are you trying to lose weight? Find out what your goal is first, then you build on that. If you're trying to do little things to just get healthy, just create a healthy lifestyle, you can start with walking. Like I said, walking is free. Just go to your neighborhood, just walk on the what you call it, the sidewalks. Just walk in the evenings when it's less busy on the roads. You just walk and come back. Just, if you want, you can get a walking partner, a walking buddy, where you guys can just hang out, just talk and walk, and before you know it, you walked a long distance and don't even realize it. So that helps. Or you can listen to music very lightly, not too loud, so you can still monitor your environment you're walking, and you can still get your workout done. Okay. Too expensive. Okay. We have some gyms that are not that expensive. You have Planet Fitness, is just $10 a month. You don't have to use all the things that they may be advertising. Maybe use their sauna or use their massage table, or whatever, massage chairs or whatever things they ask you to. You don't have to do that. And you have all this equipment at your leisure for 30 days. You pay $10. That's not too expensive. A lot of people go to a coffee shop and you buy a latte or whatever for almost $10. Or every day people are buying coffee every day. When you add that up, $10 is nothing. A lot of times you spend $10 and you don't even remember what you spent the $10 on. So it is very possible to get a gym membership for just $10 every month. Planet Fitness. And there's another one, I don't recall the name, but there's another gym that also is in competition with Planet Fitness, doing the same thing, zero down for the first month, $10 every month. So they're out there. You just have to try to do the research. Okay. So The three misconceptions that people say is that, oh, I don't have time, it's too hard, I'm too busy, and it's too expensive. Now I've helped to clarify those things. So just to let you know that it is possible. If you believe that things are possible, you can always, when there's a need, there is a way. If you want something so badly, you can always try to create that way. Okay? And I don't want it to be a situation where, because most people come when they get desperate, that's when they start creating time to start doing stuff. When you start having health conditions, you know, that's when people start trying to do things when it's already too late, or so no, let's try to do prevention. For prevention is better than cure. So it's better to prevent something from happening to you than to start working on something when it's already too late, when you already have a disease, when you're not able to work out like you can. So let's try to do things effectively by excuse me by oof, okay, let's try to um, do things, prevent problems from happening by doing the basic things that we can do to live a healthy lifestyle. Now we're going to go to diets. Oh, I like good food. I like good, tasty food. I'm Nigerian, and we have a variety of good food. We have jollof rice, we have egusi, we have edikaikon, we have gari, we have a lot of good food. And I love to cook. I'm a good cook. I cook every day for my almost every day for my kids, and I'm glad to do that. I enjoy cooking. But also I like to go out to eat sometimes. So but then when you think about it, um healthy food, if you cook more at home, you're most likely going to eat healthier than when you buy food outside, when you eat out. So some of what are the misconceptions we have is about eating healthy. Some people say it is time consuming and it's expensive. Hmm. Another mindset: it is time consuming and it's expensive. Is it really expensive? uh, it is too expensive to eat healthy. That's the major one, to be honest with you. That's the main one. I don't even remember any other thing, but it's too expensive to eat healthy. Okay, let's dive into that. This morning after working out, I took a little break, and I went to the grocery store in my neighborhood. I'll try to post that on the channel. And I went to Safeway. Safeway is not necessarily the cheapest grocery store, but I just wanted to, let people see for themselves that just to see, is it true that eating healthy is more expensive than eating out? Because I think some people think that you have to eat a lot of healthy food to be full. Because some people say that I have to eat a lot of healthy food to feel full, compared to unhealthy food or snacks or whatever it is you eat. It's not necessarily, we'll see, it's not necessarily true. I went to the store today. I looked at different things. Like I said, I'm going to post a video. Like I said, Safeway is not the cheapest store. There's so many other stores, and what I plan to do is I'll go into different stores and make you see the different prices of fruits and vegetables, and see the prices of compared to snacks, regular everyday snacks that we eat. And a lot of the times the snacks that we eat, they're either too sugary or too salty or something, and then they're not that much filling. They're just a snack on or whatever. But it's also important to live a healthy lifestyle. I'm not saying that you can't eat snacks. I'm not saying you can't treat yourself from time to time. But it's just that misconception that people say it is too expensive to eat healthy. Okay, so I went to the store, and one of the things that I saw was basic thing: banana. Banana is a starchy fruit. It's very starchy. And by the time you eat two or three bananas, it can fill you up. Two or three bananas can fill you up. Let's say you're hungry, you haven't cooked anything yet, and you're really hungry, you gotta eat something. Two, three bananas, you probably be full. When I went to the grocery store today, I found out that five bananas, which weighed about 2.09 pounds or something, at 69 cents a pound cost about $1.38. Five bananas. Okay. I looked at what you call it? There's this Oreo cookie thing, but it's not the real Oreos. It's just what somebody created in the store. Like you had like maybe three layers of like four each, so maybe like 12 count or something. I think it was about 3.98 or $4, something like that. Compare it, the banana and the Oreos. Most likely, when you eat that banana, you're gonna be full. You're gonna eat. You probably eat the whole Oreos before you even feel full. But the thing is, not even is the nutritional content of this Oreo cookies, and that is all sugar, flour, butter, all of those things. But banana is food, natural food. I think the best thing to do is to eat food in the most natural form that it comes in. The best, that's the best way to eat food. Okay. Um, then the second thing was I saw apples, a bag of apples, and these were, let me say, about my fist size or a little, yeah, about the size, fist size, yeah. It's not, I won't say it's small, but it's not necessarily like medium size, yeah, medium size, small to medium size, like 10 of those for like 5.99. Okay, so that's like 10 of those for five. That's like $6. We all know what the economy is looking like now, what's going on in the United States of America. So we do know that prices have gone up in general. But even when they were not that, things were not that high, you can still compare what it is that you're purchasing with food that's not necessarily healthy. So let's compare it to, let's see, I have an 8 by 8 um, cornbread or so. It's like $6 or something like that. Nothing wrong with cornbread. I like cornbread. It's been a long time I've eaten it though, because I don't really know how to make it that well, and it's southern food. And last time I was in the south, I ate it good, but I don't eat it every day. I only eat it maybe on holidays, Christmas, Thanksgiving, stuff like that. But I don't make it a habit to eat it all the time. So things like that, cakes and stuff. Y'all know the regular prices of these things, and you go to the store. I want you to try to do a homework, research for yourself. Look at it. What are you eating? Your everyday food. What do you eat? Your meat, your beef, your chicken. Compare everything compared to the other foods that are not necessarily healthy for you, but you eat them on a regular basis compared to other fruits. Like when you go to work, you have all these snacks on the table, donuts and stuff. Ooh, oh, I eat donuts for breakfast. How much is a loaf of bread? I know it's less than $3 in what you call this store. I shop in Lidl sometimes. I shop mostly buy my bread from Aldi. Yeah. So Aldi is less than $3. You get a loaf of bread. Is it really that much expensive to eat compared to donuts and stuff? Not necessarily. You just have to compare the prices. I think a lot of people just say these things because everybody's saying it, and you're thinking, oh, it's too expensive. But then it depends on the type of food you're eating as well. If you're eating leafy vegetables, it's not as filling as fibrous vegetables. So if you're the type that you gotta eat and be full and like really feel full to like really feel like you ate something, then you may want to mix things up. For example, you may want to add some you could add some meat to your diet, eat more fibrous fruit, vegetables. You feel fuller with fibrous vegetables like cauliflower and what you call it, broccoli. And then you don't overcook it now, because when you overcook all these things, you're just eating shaft pretty much. So you want to eat more fibrous vegetables. Kale's another good one. It's a good, you can make kale salad. Kale is very fibrous. When you're eating it, you can tell that, oh, sometimes it's like it's too tough, but you can cook it too. So even cooking kale is still very you can still taste, you can feel the it's not like regular leafy vegetables that kind of melt away. Kale doesn't melt away. You can still, so you just have to mix things up and be open to try new things. So when I compared it, I really looked, I didn't think it was that expensive. I remember seeing Frito-Lay chips, the little ones that we give our little kids to put in our lunchbox. There was 18 counts of it for like 11.98 or something, and people just snack on that and they eat, and you just don't even think about it. Just eat, 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 eat. But 18 packs of that for 11 something, and again, you say it's too expensive to eat. It's too expensive to eat healthy. When I compare that to the banana, oh, three bananas, which is less than $1, will fill me, and I have more nutritional value than a Frito-Lay chips. So is it really more expensive to eat healthy? I think it's all in the mind. I think it's all mindsets. And again, from the environment you grew up, some people did not grow up eating a lot of fruits and vegetables. They eat a lot of food, like starchy food, because that's what they grew up thinking, believing that they couldn't eat healthy. And you have some places like when I don't know if they do that now, but you gotta look at apps. Like you have a common app, a very app I love is Flip, Flipp. Flip, the Flip app. When you look through the Flip apps, you just the grocery stores that you love to shop at, you can look at it and see the different prices of food, and see what's on sale where, and that way you can plan your meal and you can go. Well, if you feel, well, I don't need to do that, I just want to impromptu, just go impromptu and go. That's the problem. If you don't plan something, you're not going to pay attention to it. If you're just always just going on the go and saying, oh, things are too expensive, you're actually lying to yourself, because the truth is, if you sit down and really pay attention, you realize that it's not as expensive as most people are saying that it's expensive. It's not really expensive. No, it's not. So I'm going to end now, but I just want to give people a few tips on what to do to help you. I want you to try and, like, we talked about health and wellness, and we talked about mental health as well. And, the environment that you're in, the people, the kind of friends that you keep, the kind of things that, if you hang around people who eat healthy, most likely you're going to start eating healthy. But if you're around people who eat a lot of junk, you will realize it when you start eating a lot of junk, unless you start planning things. Like you can plan your meals every week. You can make a budget. If you can even do this little simple homework for 1 week. Like fact, if you look at your food budget only, because I know it might be a lot of very tasking, but if you look at the month before and start seeing how much, what you spend on groceries and eating out, compare it, add it all up, and you see how much you're spending per month. That was a wake up call for me. I had to do that to see how much I was actually spending on food, because sometimes you just go, oh, I forgot this. Let me go pick up this. Oh, I like this. Let me just pick it up. And you find out that you overspend when you don't have a budget. But when you have a budget, you seem to you can plan your meals and have a budget. That way your spending habit, you get your spending under control, and you're able to buy the things that you actually need, to buy, so that you can eat the healthy foods that you need. It's all about planning. We have this thing, oh, I'm so busy, lifestyle, this, I'm too busy. Stop the busyness, because at the end of the day, if you get sick, there's a problem when you start getting sick. And because a lot of the problems that we have, you can go back to your food and trace it. You can go back, I don't care what it is, diabetes, arthritis, everything goes back to your food. Because the body is made up of cells, and your cells, you move to the cells make up the tissues. From the tissues we move to the organs, and the organs make up the systems. Everything starts at the cellular level. So if you're having trouble with your health, look at your food. Are you eating too much starchy food? Are you not eating a balanced diet? Are you eating too much salty food? Are you eating too much sugars? Start taking away the things that are bad for you, things that you know are not helpful and not nutritious. I'm telling you, it works all the time. You will feel better. I had this fast that I do sometimes with a group of people. where we for the past 3 months now we've been fasting. We fast every month, but when we fast, we I just felt like the Lord wanted us to fast and eat just we were told that the Lord wanted us to fast and just eat fruits and vegetables for those 3 days of the fast for the month. I am telling you, naturally I wouldn't do it, but I know that if God's asking us to do something, I do it and I see the benefits of it. Oh my goodness. I noticed something. My skin felt clearer, number one. The cloudiness of, when you eat a lot of starchy food, you just feel full and all of a sudden you want to sleep. I wasn't experiencing that eating more of the fruits and vegetables. I noticed that I stopped taking caffeine because I work nights and I thought I just believed that, oh, I need my coffee to stay alive. Oh, I need my coffee to be awake. These are things that I believed, right? But when I changed my diet, I'm telling you, I don't drink coffee anymore. I think it's been 2 months now. I don't drink coffee at work. I don't, I'm going to the, yeah, it's, time is passing. I don't drink coffee. If I feel like drinking something because I want to feel warm, I just drink a cup of tea. That's it. But I don't drink it. Before I would, oh, I'm like, I gotta have my coffee. Oh no, I gotta have my, that's what I told myself. I believe that the coffee, I needed my coffee. You'll be surprised and you change your diet, how things can really, it could change your body. I remember this is time when we had this crave of celery sticks. Oh, people were juicing celery. Oh, everybody want to drink celery sticks, celery sticks, celery sticks. Man, I started to sell, and celery was cheap. It was just $1 for a stalk of celery. So I washed it up. It was so good. I felt refreshed. And I noticed again, I wasn't doing coffee, but I just wanted to have my coffee because I love the hazelnut stuff. But I didn't need it. I had natural energy. I was like, wow, I felt better. So again, it's all about making conscious efforts to actually change your lifestyle for you to feel better. If you have diseases like diabetes, hypertension, and stuff, there are things that you can do to change your diet. I know that some people have stopped medications because they changed their diets. They started exercising and they started changing their diet to eat more healthy. And this thing went away. I'm not saying that it works for everybody. I'm not saying, but you got to start from somewhere and pay attention to how your body feels. Do the research. The doctors will tell you do this and that. Do the research also for yourself and see what works for your body. But you can't beat eating healthy because you know what? Food was created to also heal your body. I think what I'm gonna do next time, I'm gonna think about what to do for next video. Maybe I'll think about the different types of food and the benefits that you get from these foods, from whole foods like apples, banana, mangoes, what nutrients you can get from them. I think it's very important that we all know what's inside our food. So if we know that we're lacking something or we need more of something, we know where to go to get these things. Well, I hope I was able to enlighten you on some things, that the things that we actually thought were facts were actually fictions. They're not necessarily true. It is not too expensive to work out. It's not too hard to work out. You can create time to work out, and it's not too expensive to eat healthy. Just do the research. You can download the Flip app and it will really, I love it. When I used to use it, I had to go back to it. I picked up a good habit and I dropped it, so now I have to go back to it now. So when I go shopping, I'm trying to see, okay, where can I get my good fruits now? It's watermelon time. So watermelon, I went to Giant the other day and you have to spend $25 to get watermelon for like $3.98 or something. So it's totally up to us. You can just be creative. You can do this. It's easy. All right, it was such a wonderful time talking to everybody about health and wellness. I'm looking forward to next week, and we'll talk about the benefits of the different foods, what we can get from the different foods that we eat. Thank you, and I'll see you next week. Bye.